Well, I can't wait to find out what was said at halftime of the Tennessee Vanderbilt game. Two completely different halves, but in the second half, Tennessee plays like the team that we know they can be, and that guy decided to start playing. It's the Food City Locker Room, presented by Garza Law. This is the Players Show. Yeah, I love hearing Zakai across the studio. Oh, little Mark's already started already. Welcome to the show, Mark Packer, along with Tony Jones, Jason Swain. We were sitting at the game together Saturday, T. Jones Live, and at halftime it was kind of like, okay, when does the team start playing? Boy, they started the second half.
Second half, it was a tale of two halves, Pac-Man. I mean, Vandy came out stroking. Jason Edwards and Tyler Nichols, the kid that hit those three threes in a row, and he was like, wow, they was contested.
Every time he would take a shot, I would say, that's what we want him to do. Oh, he made another one.
Yeah, and then, you know, I really like Jalen Carey. I think he's a gangster. Yep. And he could be on my team any day of the week. And they just played well. They outplayed Tennessee in the first half. I think they out-hustled them. We alluded to the hustle board. And but it's a tale of two halves, and the Vols came out victorious in the second half.
In all seriousness, Jason, the second half for Zakai was as good a half as we've seen out of a Tennessee player in quite a long time.
No, I mean, he knew what he had to do.
Yeah.
I mean, this team fell short early in the week against Kentucky, opportunity to get revenge against those guys. And so you couldn't lose to Vanderbilt at home and have two back-to-back losses. Tennessee went from the one spot to the second spot, and you needed to do some damage control. Beating Vanderbilt at home was a must, and Zakai did a really great job making sure his team did not lose.
Yeah,
I concur with that. I want to piggyback on that. I think he willed this team to victory.
Yeah.
I mean, 7 for 11 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and 8 assists. I mean, he willed his team to victory. He hit those threes at opportunistic times, Jason. He got downhill when he needed to get downhill, and then that drive he did and hit Meshack in the corner for that three, I just thought that was so important, and he just stepped up huge for that game.
It was one shot, Tony, that really stood out to me as far as the zone that Zakai was in shooting the basketball. It was an inbounds play where he took it out, came off the screen, shot it from the corner, no hesitation. Zakai was in the zone shooting the basketball.
Yeah, and he let Vanderbilt know about it too.
Well, he should have.
Yeah. I think the play of the game for me as we continue to watch Zakai in the second half was Felix Okpara, and the ball that got on the ground, it was a loose ball, and there was and I said it to you at the court. I said, he's not giving the ball up. He's not giving the ball up. It was a message. I'm anxious to ask him, because Felix in studio tonight as well. When did he decide that it meant something to him? He wasn't letting go of that ball.
He wasn't letting go of the ball. I don't know which Vandy player was engaged with him, but he wouldn't let the ball go. It was a jump ball. The referees had called it, and it was Tennessee's possession.
Yeah.
But Felix wouldn't let go of the ball, and that's what it was important to him.
It kind of looked like a fumble in football, like under the pile, and everybody's trying to get the ball, get possession. And Felix let it be known that he wasn't dropping the rope. He wasn't letting go of the rope. He was going to hold it until the whole entire time. I think that was the point of the game where Tennessee just took over and won the game.
I tell you what was good to see also was Jemai. Okay, Meshack had made, 2 3-pointers in SEC play before that. He made 2 in this game. They were big 3-pointers. Zakai's talked about that on this show a number of times. His confidence in his running mate, in Jemai Meshack, he's got to have the confidence to shoot if this team's going to have success in tournament play.
Well, Zakai said it, but Meshack said it himself.
He did, yeah.
He told us that we were going to see a different Jemai Meshack offensively as far as his aggressiveness, and that's what we saw. No hesitation in both of those shots, and that's why they went in.
And credit to the coaching staff, because they're encouraging him to shoot the open shots. They're not saying, hey, don't shoot it. They're telling him to shoot the basketball, and that garners a lot of confidence in the athlete, Jason, when your coaching staff have confidence in you.
100%.
So right now where you are in SEC play, Alabama and Auburn played this weekend. You know, Kentucky seems to be coming around. You look at Texas A&M all of a sudden. You got a week off a little bit. You've got the midweek game off for Tennessee. Then you go to College Station. And how big a game is that?
It's going to be a huge game. We lost down there last year, and we know there's no love lost between Rick and Buzz, and that's going to be.
Do expound.
I'm not going to
What Buzz got on the court last time he was
Yeah.
down there, and you know, Rick wasn't too thrilled about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge game. But the SEC is a juggernaut. I mean, Jay Billis has publicly said that it's the best league that he's seen in the last 40 years. And that's the best league since, and you probably remember this, Jason, when Georgetown, St. John's, and Villanova went to the Final Four.
He's not that old.
The Big East.
I am.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, mid-'80s.
Oh, it was
Chris
unbelievable.
Mullin, Patrick Ewing.
Just unbelievable players, and they alluded to that, and that's a credit because I know that era, and that era had ballers.
Yeah, this is a great week for the guys to have off because you go down to Texas A&M,
Yeah.
and that is a physical basketball team. Reminds you a lot of yourself when you look at Texas A&M offensive rebounding. They're one of the best in the country, if not the best in the country at hitting the board. So it's going to be a physical game. Might want to hit those cold tubs this week to get your body recovered and ready to go for next week.
Tell you what, let's do. You got any numbers over here you want to share? Because I want to get to break, and I want to bring Zakai in here and start kind of asking him behind-the-scenes stuff. So, you got anything in all your notes over here?
Hey, Zakai, 14 for 22.
Well, we're going to bring him in after the commercial break.
14 of 22 in the last 2 games from the field. That's well over 50%. I'm not a math major, Jason. That's stellar.
Obviously. Zakai's over there grinning at us just like he grinned at Vanderbilt on Saturday. We'll bring him in when we come back on the Food City Locker Room presented by Garza Law.
Zakai Zeigler's appearance on the Locker Room is brought to you by Lakewood Capital Group.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
At Glass Doctor, our trained specialists are experts at fixing foggy and cracked glass.
Looks great.
You're all set. What we can't fix is your view.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
I was coming home and a lady hit me head on. It totaled my car. It fractured my right heel and it bruised me up really badly. The Garza Law firm, they were very compassionate, but yet they were very detailed. They didn't let me down. They never stopped fighting. It helped me regain confidence in law firms. I would definitely recommend the Garza Law firm.
The Garza Law firm. Let us help.
I was the star around here until Glass Doctor installed this perfect shower enclosure. Now they look at me like, well, there you go.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
The Locker Room is brought to you by Food City, NPG Brain and Concussion, Knoxville Smiles, Glass Doctor, and Garza Law.
All right, let's go ahead and bring Zakai in. And Zakai, we're probably like the 78th people to ask this question. It was asked on TV. It was asked in the press conference and all that stuff. I got to know what was said at halftime because T. Jones Live and I were there. I was watching the hustle board. The numbers were not on your side. Mm-hmm. And then in the second half, you guys fixed the hustle board.
Yeah, well, you know, at first it was our assistant coaches. They came in and just told us some things that we already knew, you know, like not following scout report and in certain situations and the game plan that we was going with. And then, you know, big fella, Coach Bones, he came in and he said some things as far as like, you know, earning respect from everybody and, you know, just being better. If we're the team that we claim to be and the players that we claim to be, then, you know, we got to go out there and show them. And, you know, in the first half we didn't do that, but, you know, in the second half we showed up.
So hang on now. Am I hearing that he questioned your manhood?
Nah. He know better. He know better. Nah.
Oh.
He didn't question my manhood. He questioned my
heart?
I guess you could honestly say that a little bit, or my basketball ability.
Hey, Pac-Man. Obviously, I've been a collegiate coach for 25 years, coach at the highest level.
We know.
But I came to you and I said, hold up. Does Zakai have 2 fouls?
Yeah.
Because he sat for at least 5 minutes in the first half. And he said, I don't know. Can you share with us what was your coach saying to you, and why did you sit so long? And me being a coach, I want my best player on the floor at all times.
Well, you know, I came out the game. Coach just told me, he's like, yo, you're not doing your job. And coming up the court, I already knew that's what it was. I wasn't doing what, you know, I was supposed to do. And then Coach Ryder came up to me, and it was just some little, like, scout report, not little scout report stuff, but things that we emphasized on our scout report that, you know, I was messing up on, and it was mistakes that, you know, being a senior point guard that I shouldn't be making. So, you know, when I sat out, I'm honestly surprised I got back in at the end of the game. So I thought Coach Barnes was going to send me a little bit longer.
Was it something defensively or offensively that the scout report you wasn't following? And second part of that question is, how good is that for the team knowing that Coach Barnes is going to hold you accountable? You're obviously his favorite, but he held you accountable just like he held everybody else accountable.
Yeah, well, it was more so on the defensive end. You know, they was doing what they wanted, and you know, some of the rotations came from me, you know, being out of position or falling for shot fakes that I shouldn't have been falling for, and you know, really it was that's all like stuff really came down to. You know, like him, I was actually glad that he did what he did because, you know, he might give me a lot of praise, but at the end of the day, I'm still on the team too. Nobody's above the team. Like we all won. So, you know, for him to sit me down and stuff like that, I wasn't really mad at him or anything like that. Like, I know he said in his press conference after the game, like, I might be mad at him. Like, I would be expecting that. If he didn't say something, I would feel some type of way, and I wouldn't be mad if my, you know, teammates felt some type of way if he didn't say anything to me. So for him to be holding me accountable, that's what it should be.
Zakai, let's go to a positive attribute, 22 second half points. What was your mindset going into the second half?
He was mad.
Yeah, I was a little mad, but, you know, I've been feeling good lately. And, you know, before the game, I felt good, you know, warm-ups and everything. In the first half, you know, I really didn't shoot the ball like that. I wasn't really as aggressive. I feel like Vandy's aggressiveness on me affect me a little bit. And, you know, coming out in the second half, I was just like, hey, I could just be as aggressive as I want. I don't got no fouls. Like, just go out there, let it be a clean slate, and just play. You know, we got our back against the walls right now, so, you know, it's going to take each and every one of us. And if I do my job, I know my teammates are going to do their job. So I just got to keep going and go out there and be aggressive.
You know, I think it was right after this play right here, by the way, that you had been through the fire, obviously, emotionally. You'd been through sitting down. You'd been through getting frustrated. You'd come back out in the second half. You hit this three over in the corner, and all of a sudden you're laughing. Okay, you're smiling. It's kind of like you're just having a good time. Was it like the weight of the world was let off of it, and you're like, just whatever, just have fun?
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that play. I don't think they played the play yet, but I would say in the second half, it was probably the second and third possession when me and Felix went pick and roll, and he got the dunk, the lob dunk. At that point, I was just like, oh yeah, like I feel like I got him out. I figured out a little bit now, like the defense and what their scheme was. So once we got that play, after that, I just felt confident, and I was like, hey, all right, now I know my reads is. Now it's time to get it going.
Okay, so Felix is sitting there next to you. We're going to see him in the next segment. Tell us about his game and what he's brought to this team.
Yeah, he's trash.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, and we'll be back right after this. No, I'm kidding. Keep going. Just say something nice, okay? Out of character.
You know, he brings a different type of energy and physicality. And, you know, I ain't never played with a lob threat like him. You know, he helps make my game look better more than I feel like I make his game look better. You know, being out there on the court, I know if I get beat on defense or something, he gonna have my back. He gonna clean the rim up. But you know, he's a really great player for us, and I enjoy playing with him.
Sounds good. All right, we're gonna kick.
Sometimes.
Were you done? Are we done?
That was nice.
Yes.
By the way, I think the
little
reason
man.
here's the deal. I think the reason, what do you call him? Ricky, Coach Barnes, what do you call him?
Oh, Ricky B?
Ricky B. Okay, I think the reason Ricky B kept it so real with you is he's watched this show and he sees the way we interact with you. I think he's just kind of taking the lid off the basket.
Nah, I don't think so.
Sounds good. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Felix Okpara joins us next on the Food City Locker Room presented by Garza Law.
The Locker Room is brought to you by Food City, Exterior Home Solutions, D1 Training, Lakewood Capital Group, Ted Russell Ford, and Garza Law.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
I see Marco's role in the community as somebody that people can look up to.
Marcos Garza is very thoughtful. He pays attention to the needs of the people in the community.
He's somebody that's very unselfish, somebody that's going to always be there.
Marcos Garza will work as hard as he can to get the best results for you.
In the future, no matter where I'm playing, no matter what the team I'm playing for, I'll always be on Garza's team.
The Garza Law Firm is Mama Zizi approved.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Hey, Sterling, man, come on, we got a roof to replace.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, Sterl, you ready to go to the top?
Man, I can't believe you guys been doing this for 25 years. Oh, baby.
Now, this is what I call a rooftop party.
We have 25 years experience in roofing and exterior renovations, and we're backed by the best.
Are you ready to get your rooftop party started? Give us a call, 865-524-5888.
Knoxville Smiles depend on us to make you smile better. Knoxville Smiles, are you happy with your smile today? Knoxville Smiles, we're all about smiles.
Hey Lance, what makes you smile?
Pancake blocks.
When a family needs a fence, it's more than a piece of wood or metal. It's a place where your pets are kept safe. It's a place where memories are made. It's what helps make your house a home. At Knox Fence, we have decades of experience in residential and commercial fencing. Whether you're looking for safety, security, or privacy, we would love to help your family make your house a home. Call Knox Fence today at 865-414-8713 or visit us online at knoxfence.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jody Griffin. I'm a dentist here in Knoxville, Tennessee. In 22, I had a wakeboard tower hit me on the head and give me a concussion. In my office, I show x-rays to my patients so they can see their teeth. I needed somebody to do the same thing for my brain, so I went to MPG. They did an EEG of my brain, and they were able to show me the activity of my brain and give me a diagnosis and a treatment plan. So I choose MPG because brains is what they do, and that's all they do.
Time now for the Food City Players' Perspective. A look inside the locker room with the Vols.
So when Tennessee needed a big man, they went to Ohio State, got him a big one, big space eater, and he's turned out to be really good.
The Ohio State University. Whatever.
Yep.
I'm from Michigan. I'm from Detroit, so that's a huge rivalry. Felix, you know what I feel about Felix, and when I get a chance to ask him a question, I'm gonna tell him that I said that he's the key component for the Vols to advance in the NCAA tournament. My two colleagues said two other individuals.
Tell him now. All right, here we go, Jason.
Well, Felix, your defensive presence has really stood out on this basketball team. Your shot blocking ability. What's the secret, man? What's the secret for you to be able to block shots?
Man, I don't think it's really a secret for me. I think it was just something I picked up, when I started playing basketball for real. It just kind of naturally came with me, So, I felt like I've watched a lot of film. Some of the guys I modeled my game after, they kind of have like the same, shot blocking ability. So I just kind of picked up from there and just watching their instincts and just just playing aggressive and just having fun.
What allows you to be able to be aggressive defensively, blocking shots, but at the same time staying out of foul trouble?
I would say experience for sure, and also, watching film with the coaches. Because I remember, my freshman, coming out of high school, I wanted to block everything. But, coming to a college atmosphere, college game, it's way different, I think my 2 years in college really, got me, experience enough. And just also, just knowing when to go and when to go, just knowing when to, try to swat the ball to the second row and just go up straight and try to, just make him miss the shots. I think experience is definitely a big key.
Well, what stood out to you about Tennessee? The guys mentioned you were, in the transfer portal from Ohio State. I won't say all that D stuff, but what stood out to you about Tennessee?
Oh, man, it's just, I think for me it was just kind of like, Tennessee is really kind of like my home. I went to high school, not too far from me, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I think for me, just knowing like I got family in Chattanooga, it comes to my game, and just knowing like Tennessee was a defensive, it's a defensive kind of school. They got a defensive play style, and it suit well with me, because I'm a defensive guy. And I said that, when I first, also I was looking at when I was going to the transfer portal, trying to go somewhere I can play defense also, a team that can also, promote defense. So I think that was the two key things that actually pushed me coming to Tennessee.
Well, offensively, we've seen your game grow. And which game so far that you guys have played do you think has been your best game, or maybe your favorite game so far this season?
My favorite game, I would say Florida, the Florida home game. It was just, it was really, I think for me it was personal. Because we went over to Florida, they whooped us.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna shy from that. They definitely whooped us, and for us, we just took it personal because they were talking, crazy to us. It was like, man, we just, But I mean, I understand. I see where they're coming from, but at the same time, they just, they didn't give us no respect. So coming home, we told them we're gonna get them back, and that's what we did. And I remember I played my heart out. I left everything out there on the court.
You definitely could tell, man. Offensively, you were really, really good. One of the most dangerous plays for Tennessee offensively is a lob between you and Zakai Zeigler. Everyone knows it's coming, but no one can stop it.
Yeah.
How quick did you guys have that chemistry to be able to kind of know, all right, this is about to happen?
Man, it is kind of. It's one of the things I really can't explain for real.
Yeah.
But we just kind of clicked, Yeah, I remember, preseason, kind of like towards the end of the summer, we just. The country, very, how to facilitate, how to find guys. And for me, what took my game to the next level was trying to be a good screener. Because, Coach Barnes, he told me, like, if you screen, you're going to get open. So I think that was more, that's what I was, looking at when I'm going to ball screens. So with Zakai, I know if I get Zakai open, he's quick, he can get downhill. I'm definitely going to get open, and Zakai, he's going to pass the ball.
You transferred from the Big Ten, the SEC this year, best league in the country.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest difference that you can tell from playing in the Big Ten your first couple of years to this year playing in the SEC?
Man, it's just the fast pace. Everything is fast. The way it's all up and down. I feel like in the Big Ten it's more, it's more like a lot of bigs, trying to post up, and also it's just a little slow pace. I feel like there's a couple of teams, in the Big Ten that they play a little fast pace, but the rest, it's a little slow pace. But the SEC, it's every team, I think that was the biggest change, or the biggest improvement I had to make in the summer.
You can definitely tell the improvement, guys. Felix here, lob threat, offensive games, taking the next step. That's why this team is one of the best teams in the SEC.
Definitely taking the next step. Felix, I want to ask you a question. We've been scoring points in the paint at a premium, 36 points, 38 points in the paint. I know it's an emphasis to post up someone. I don't think the other players on the roster can post up like you.
Making them smile.
Will you embrace that if the coaching staff say, hey, we got to get the ball inside to Felix, let him shoot that jump hook over the left shoulder?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. It was definitely also one of the things I worked on a lot in the summer, because the summer was it was big for me coming in, transferring to Tennessee, and I definitely worked on that. I think, I have a pretty good post-up game, and I'm gonna continue to post up, regardless, and get my guards open, get free layups, and also, I know they're gonna find me in the games, and I'm just gonna do my thing.
All I know is when the ball's on the ground and you get it, don't let it go, okay?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Don't let it go. All right, we'll talk about the week ahead when we come back on The Locker Room.
Good job.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash, your West Knoxville State Farm agent. I've been here in the Renaissance for 17 years, and I'd love to help your young football players or anyone with their car insurance, home insurance, and life insurance. Give me a call at Laura Ash State Farm.
I see Marco's role in the community as somebody that people can look up to.
Marcos Garza is very thoughtful. He pays attention to the needs of the people in the community.
He's somebody that's very unselfish, somebody that's going to always be there.
Marcos Garza will work as hard as he can to get the best results for you.
In the future, no matter where I'm playing, no matter what the team I'm playing for, I'll always be on Garza's team.
The Garza Law Firm is Mama ZZ approved.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
What's up, guys? It's Devin Driscoll, owner of D1 Sports Training. We know in 2024, convenience is king, so we have locations not just in Hardin Valley, but now one in Maryville, in Farragut, and in Morristown, with more soon to come. So keep an eye out. We want to bring D1 Sports Training to everyone in East Tennessee.
Hey, Tim Hoskins here from Covenant Sports Medicine. I'm the corporate manager of sports medicine, and I want to speak a little bit to our community partners and relationships that we have. We partner with FC Alliance Soccer, LeConte Center at Pigeon Forge, Johnson University, numerous high schools in and around the area, AAU basketball, Morristown Landing, travel hockey, volleyball, lacrosse, you name it, we're probably involved. What a lot of people don't know about Covenant Health is we're a nonprofit, community-based healthcare delivery system. We provide services in your community. If you ever need help with some event medicine or sporting event, scan the QR code at the bottom. Covenant Health, our mission is to improve lives through better health.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank, life made better.
Keys to Victory is brought to you by Garza Law.
Keys to Victory for the week brought to you by Garza Law. Tennessee and Texas A&M. No midweek game. Don't slip on any banana peels. Okay, go ahead, Tony.
They usually have it right there in front of us. Oh, okay, I didn't see it.
It is in front of you.
It's right there.
Just read it.
Take the crowd out of the game. They're going down to College Station. It's going to be a raucous crowd. Man-to-man gap defense. We got to be away from our man, towards the ball, stunting, so forcing them into three-pointers. And don't settle, Jason. Get downhill. Continue with those points in the paint.
Yeah, I think we got to win on the glass. Rebounding, they're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. Defend the three very, very well. They're not the best three-point shooting team in the country, but we've seen Wade Taylor IV go off playing Tennessee at home down there. Don't let him do the same thing. And then ZZ be the MVP. Just do what you did in the second half versus Vanderbilt.
So here's the deal. Auburn getting the win at Alabama. You know, Auburn's kind of got the SEC wrapped up. Don't really care about that at this point. The SEC tournament, to steal a line from T. Jones Live, is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah. I thought Tony Vitello, but Dick Vitale said that.
Oh, no, that's what he says all the time.
Yeah, you know, but that's my homeboy. You know, he's from Detroit also. So I gotta rep him. But definitely, it's
10 seconds left.
It's going to be unbelievable. I like to see that Tennessee is rated number 2 seed going projected into the NCAA tournament.
Try sitting at a game with him, and every time something good happens, he goes, "That's unbelievable." Okay, Tennessee off midweek at Texas A&M on Saturday. We'll see you next week right here on the Food City Locker Room presented by Garza Law.